Let's go, Ravens. I've got some important things to share with you, but before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button. Whether you've been a Baltimore Ravens fan for over 20 years or you're a new supporter, it's awesome to see fans from all walks of life. And if you believe we're heading to the Super Bowl, drop this in the comments. Go Ravens! My heart is purple and black. The Baltimore Ravens are heading into the playoffs with a mix of hope and determination. Fans have been on edge during this time of year, and it's understandable after last year's promising season ended in disappointment. But this year feels different. The Ravens have a unique and exciting opportunity to rewrite their story, no matter what happens in their upcoming game against the Browns. Here's the good news. The Ravens have already secured their spot in the playoffs. Whether they land the 3rd or 5th seed, they're in, and they're ready to make a run. What makes this season stand out is that the Ravens are familiar with their potential playoff opponents. They've already faced every AFC playoff contender, including teams like the Chiefs, Steelers, Bills, Broncos, and Chargers. These teams know exactly what the Ravens bring to the table, and that familiarity could work in Baltimore's favor. But don't forget, it works both ways. These teams also know what the Ravens are capable of. But the Ravens have proven themselves time and time again. From dominant wins over the Bills and Broncos to hard-fought battles with the Steelers, they've shown they're battle-tested and resilient. Kyle Hamilton recently highlighted this point, noting that this year's Ravens team has had to overcome plenty of challenges. Unlike last year's squad that dominated most of the regular season, the 2024 Ravens have had to fight through adversity. With 5 losses, including heartbreaking ones to the Chiefs and Eagles, they've learned how to bounce back. Those tough moments have only made them stronger, as they've shown they can come from behind and win in critical moments. That kind of resilience is what every great playoff team needs. On the offensive side, the Ravens have added a new dimension with Derrick Henry. His presence in the backfield has brought stability and strength to the offense. Let's give some respect to the Ravens' running game. For the first time since Mark Ingram, Baltimore has a running back who demands attention as the true #1 option. Derrick Henry's physical style, especially in cold-weather playoff games, could be a total game-changer. His addition adds another layer to an already versatile offense that can strike both through the air and on the ground, with Lamar Jackson leading the way. On defense, the Ravens have really turned a corner. Early struggles gave way to a unit that's now creating turnovers and consistently pressuring opponents. This mix of a refreshed defense and an offense capable of explosive plays makes the Ravens a well-rounded and dangerous team. The improving health of key players like Nelson Agholor and Kay Mitchell adds even more depth, giving the Ravens all the tools they need for a deep playoff run. But perhaps the most encouraging sign is the Ravens' composure in high-pressure situations. Gone are the days of panic when trailing by a score or two. This season, they've shown they can stay calm, execute, and fight their way back into games. This mental toughness, paired with their talent, makes them a serious playoff contender. Looking ahead, the possibilities are exciting. With Lamar Jackson leading a balanced and determined squad, the Ravens have everything they need to tackle the challenges of the postseason. The addition of Derrick Henry, the growth of the defense, and the team's battle-tested spirit create a sense of optimism that this year could be different. Could this be the season the Ravens finally break through and bring another Super Bowl to Baltimore? What do you think, Ravens fans? Can this team defy the odds and bring the Lombardi Trophy home? Let us know your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. As the Ravens get ready for their playoff journey, the weight of past disappointments is still fresh in fans' minds. But this season feels different. The team isn't just relying on talent, it's got heart too. This season, the Ravens aren't just relying on talent, they're leaning on the lessons learned from adversity. Those early losses and close games have shaped a squad that knows how to adapt and fight. The offense, in particular, has undergone a major transformation. With Derrick Henry now in the mix, the Ravens have a weapon they've been missing in recent years. His ability to control the tempo, wear down defenses, and thrive in the cold, high-stakes atmosphere of playoff football is huge. While Lamar Jackson remains the heartbeat of the offense, Henry's presence helps take some pressure off Lamar, allowing him to play freer and more creatively. Speaking of Lamar, his season has sparked plenty of discussions about his place among the NFL's elite quarterbacks. Despite critics questioning his ability to lead in the postseason, Lamar has consistently proven his worth as both a passer and a runner. His leadership has been crucial in guiding the Ravens through tough moments this year. The offense isn't solely depending on Lamar to be a superhero. This is a team effort. Key players like Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews have stepped up when it matters most. On the defensive side, the Ravens are peaking at the right time. After some early season struggles, they've made key adjustments that have turned their defense into a force to be reckoned with. They're not just stopping offenses, they're taking the ball away. The addition of timely turnovers has been a game changer, giving the offense more chances to capitalize. The defensive line is strong, the secondary is tightening up, and the whole unit is playing with a sense of urgency that bodes well for the playoffs. The road ahead won't be easy. The Ravens are likely to face tough opponents like the Chiefs, Bills, or Steelers, each of which presents its own challenges. But Baltimore's familiarity with these teams could give them the edge they need. The Ravens have shown they can compete with the best, whether it's the gritty battles with Pittsburgh, the high-stakes chess matches with Kansas City, or the hard-hitting showdowns with Buffalo. These aren't unfamiliar foes. They're teams the Ravens know they can beat when playing at their best. Health is another crucial factor. Unlike previous seasons where injuries derailed their playoff hopes, the Ravens are heading into the postseason relatively healthy. Key players are returning, and the depth of the roster has been strengthened. Players like Nelson Agholor and Keaton Mitchell provide valuable options that could make a difference in tight games. Having a full arsenal of talent is a luxury the Ravens haven't always had in past playoff runs. As the team gears up for the postseason, the question isn't just about whether they can win, it's about how far they can go. The AFC is packed with talent, but the Ravens have the tools, mindset, and momentum to make a statement. From their dynamic offense to their resurgent defense, everything seems to be falling into place. Now, it's time for the Ravens to prove themselves on the field. This season has been a roller coaster, but all the highs and lows have prepared them for this moment. It's their chance to show the league that they're not just contenders, they're champions in the making. Ravens fans, what's your take? Do you believe this team has what it takes to bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Baltimore? And who do you see as the biggest challenge in the playoffs? How far do you think the Ravens will go? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, keep cheering for the flock. The Ravens are heading into the playoffs not just as contenders, but as a team that feels destined for a deep run. One of the standout stories of this season is how the team has managed to peak at the right time. As the regular season wraps up, the Ravens are not only healthier, but also playing some of their best football. Players like Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell have added depth and versatility to an offense that can attack defenses in so many ways. Henry's powerful running style complements the explosive, quick-hitting runs that Mitchell has been delivering all season, creating a backfield that's as dangerous as it is diverse. For Lamar Jackson, the narrative goes beyond just the team's success. While playoff wins will always define a quarterback's legacy, there's no denying that Lamar has been a key reason the Ravens are in this position. His leadership, ability to stay calm under pressure, and knack for making big plays have been instrumental this season. He's silenced many of his critics by showing he doesn't need to carry the team every week. Instead, Lamar has used his skills to elevate everyone around him, proving his growth as a quarterback is undeniable. The defense has also been a revelation. After a shaky start to the season, they've found their rhythm, especially when it comes to creating turnovers. This has been critical in shifting momentum during games and giving the Ravens' offense more chances to shine. The secondary, led by players like Kyle Hamilton, has stepped up, while the defensive line continues to apply pressure and dominate in key moments. The defense's ability to hold leads and respond when the team is trailing has made it a cornerstone of the Ravens' success. That's all for today, Ravens fans. Go Ravens!